Welcome back, folks. We're going to put the finishing touches on the overworld. Before we do that, let me go to layer 1 mode for a second here and show the paths. One thing I didn't talk about yet are these red tiles here. What these are exit tiles, and they let you go to a different area of the map. Sort of like stars and pipes, but they work automatically. So you set those with this button up here, Open Exit Path Tile Settings. They are paired very similar to the way pipes and stars are paired, actually exactly the same. And then you say direction to enter from, and it depends on which way the path going to that tile goes. So direction to enter from top means that Mario is going to come down onto the top of this tile when he goes onto it, and then vice versa for bottom. So it's kind of funky to set those up. Just use the originals as reference points when you try to fiddle with those. So anyway, let me get rid of these. And now we're going to make a few changes to the overworld. So let's open the message box text. We're actually not going to change message boxes really. What we're going to change is this first message, which is the welcome, this is Dinosaur Land, princess has been captured. That's, at the beginning of the game. We're going to change that to something else because we can. There we go. And the second message here is when you first meet Yoshi. So nay, because he's a horse. Okay, and one more. We're going to find one of the Switch Palace messages. Now, the Switch Palace messages are kind of special. First of all, they're always the #1 message for that particular level. And they're formatted in a specific way. And the reason being is there's special programming in the game so that when you pass the Switch Palace level, it will automatically show the #1 message for that level, and it will add the graphics for the outlined block and the filled in Switch Palace block. So we're going to copy this. Our Switch Palace is level 6, so we're going to paste this here, and we're going to say OK. So that's that. Now we're also going to change the text that appears when you beat Iggy. So we're going to open Boss Sequence Text Editor, and there are seven of these that you can choose from. There's only 7, so we're going to change the first one. We're going to say Iggy was murdered! Exclamation points. Also have a nice day. Okay. Say OK. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Overworld in the menu bar and say change boss sequence levels. So there are a bunch of boss sequences here. What happens is whenever you beat a boss, it'll check to see if it matches one of these levels. It'll check to see if one of these levels matches the level you entered on the overworld. And if it does, it'll make that boss sequence happen. So boss sequence #1 is the one we just changed, so we're going to make that happen on level 5, which is what our castle is. End game sequence is obviously after Bowser. There's 2 of them because Bowser has a backdoor and you can only tie these to 1 level each, so that's why there's 2 of them. The earthquake sequence is what happens when you beat the sunken ghost ship, the world shakes. And then the last one is there's a Big Boo boss sprite where when you beat him, he will activate the normal exit, except for 1 level where he will activate the secret exit. And this is the level 13, so you can change which level that effect happens in. So we'll say OK. So that takes care of our castle. We're going to do change special messages level. So there's 5 special message levels. There's the 4 Switch Palaces, and then there's Yoshi's house. So this is what I meant about the Switch Palace levels adding the special graphics when you pass them. So we're going to change this to level 6, which is our Switch Palace. The Yoshi's house effect, if you ever put 2 message boxes in Yoshi's house, even if you've set it so that one of them is message 1, one of them message 2, it's always the same message. And the reason being is there's special coding so that when you hit it as Mario, the #1 message appears, and if you hit it while riding Yoshi, the #2 message appears. So you can say which level you want that effect to happen in by changing this value here. So we'll say OK. Let's see, what else is there? Change special world levels. This lets you select which level needs to be passed in order for certain effects to happen on the overworld, which are associated with the special world. So you can change the overworld colors, you can change the Koopas, you can change the sprites, all that stuff. Change no auto move levels. What these are, among these 6 levels, there's 6 of them. Among them are the original 4 switch palaces. And what happens is, when you beat that level, Mario does not automatically move to the next level. So we're going to change that to one of our switch palaces, which is 6. We're going to change one of them to 6. And save. So let's see, what else is there? Overworld. Oh, let's edit level names, which you can also do that by clicking this button here, the red tile up there. So let's be concise. 1, 2, 3 is ghost, 4 is 4, 5 is castle, and 6 is switch palace. Now, just like the message box text, you can actually pick stuff out of here by clicking on them, so you can get, numbers and stuff. There's a limited amount of space for your level names. There's 19 characters. Characters being numbers, letters, spaces, punctuation, anything like that. So for the Yellow Switch Palace and the Forest of Illusion levels, there are actually some special things in here that squeeze letters together to make those fit. Just be aware of those. Okay, so let's save, and I believe we've covered everything. So let's go ahead and test it out in our emulator. Okay, let's test our overworld one last time. Start a new game. Here's the intro message that we made. Very good. Let's go faster. 1. And conveniently, there's a Yoshi right here. That's odd. Alright, well, I don't know why his message didn't pop up, but normally that works. Anyway, moving on. 2. This is why you test things, of course, to make sure things work. Ghost. So let's do our regular exit, which is good. Continue without save. So if you click on Overworld in the menu bar, there's an option somewhere in there about turning off automatic save prompts and other stuff as well. I just didn't get to it, but you can find it. Continue without save. Switch Palace. Whoops. So here's that message again, and you'll see that the graphics for the outlined box and the filled-in Switch Palace block have been added because we changed that setting. And because we did the no auto move setting also, now the save prompt shows up automatically instead of last couple times it would show up after I moved back down the ladder there. So anyway, 4. Good. Pipe. Castle. Let's beat Iggy real quick. As quick as we can. Oh, come on, die. And here we go, boss sequence 1. Along with our custom text. So there you have it. We've pretty much changed just about everything we could possibly change. There are probably maybe a few small things I didn't cover, but you could probably figure them out just by playing with it. And if not, I suggest going to SMWCentral.net, getting an account, and just asking questions on the forums, because that's how I figured out a lot of the stuff I know. So anyway, this is Chainfi9001. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, because it was a pain in the ass to do, but I said I would do it, and so I did it. So anyway, see you guys later.